That's fair, right? That's a fair statement. Yeah.
But the way the law is written now, that 2% that you get back on your cashback credit card is not considered income.
Right.
So that's a way to increase your income without increasing your tax liability.
Because only technically certain people can qualify for those cards.
Right. Because you're going to spend the same amount of money regardless. Some people argue that you spend more money when you swipe your credit card.
And if that's your case, then don't swipe it. But you're losing out on making some more, potential money. But if you have your finances in order and know how much you can spend and keep track of it, they make apps now. Like, there's a city app that we just go and look, to see how much money we spent already. There are ways to keep up with it, like a bank account. It's literally like a bank account. So honestly, do whatever you want to do, but you are missing out if you just use cash.
If for some reason you find yourself in a lot of credit card debt at a high interest rate, then what you try to do is you try to transfer that money into a 0% interest rate card, and then you can pay the balance down because it's not increasing. So what'll happen to people is people get stuck in the cycle of payments
because they owe so much money
because of their interest rates. You can also call the credit card company that you have then and ask for a lower interest rate, but it's still going to be a higher interest rate than non-consumer debt would be. It's still going to be a high interest rate, but they do have intro cards that are 0% interest. So definitely try to take advantage of that to get down your credit card debt. Because you want your payments to mean something. Like if you're making payments and 90% of it's going towards the interest and only 10% is going to the principal, you're basically,
not making any payments.
You're peeing in the wind is what you're doing. You're not doing anything.
Peeing in the wind.
Right.
That was a great analogy.
Yeah. So, you can, also do that with basically anything that you owe money on. You can always call and try to negotiate the interest rate. Right?
Or payments, set up a payment plan.
So even taxes, you can file an extension on taxes till October if you have to. If you figure out, I'm going to owe taxes, well, file an extension to October, pay a little extra, and then it'll be there. Right?
Yeah. Smart.
You can also set up a payment plan for your taxes. So people think, oh my God, if I owe taxes, it's like the end of the world. We've got to fight the IRS. Like, no, you don't have to fight the IRS. You just call them and talk to them. Right? So that's a great piece of personal finance advice.
I hope that you won't have to do that.
Just call and talk to people.
They're not nice. The person I talked to was not nice. And then they started recording. Like the next year, they started recording the conversations because apparently there were so many complaints against whatever that was that they actually started, I think it was the federal government, no, state, North Carolina. They started recording the conversations and making sure you knew that it was recorded in advance for the pleasure or whatever of the customer, whatever they said it. Why are you going like that? That's what happened.
Okay.
Because I had to owe that money, and I was trying to figure it out.
They said you owed money.
Really rude to me.
They said you owed money,
and they
but
pretended
you hadn't even filed a return for that year, so they didn't know if you owed money.
Right, and then they pretended like they couldn't tell me the options. It said that I needed to speak to a CPA or attorney or whatever, and I was like, you can't just tell me what my options are. They're like, no, that's legal advice. Like, it was just a lot. The
number one thing to obtain is knowledge.
Right.
And
you already had it.
You don't want to learn trial by fire, right?
But sometimes you do.
You want to have, learn to fight before you step in the UFC, right?
No.
So
I want to get
if
punched.
you can find a place like a Jackson Hewitt, a TurboTax, or what's the other one? There are places
Liberty or something maybe?
There are places that will teach you how to do taxes for people. So that they'll have people to do taxes. Most people just have a standard deduction and a few child tax credits. They don't have elaborate investments to, discount from. And then most places use software now to do all that.
Yeah.
So
a lot of stuff has been electronic.
Right.
In that, you type in, they ask you questions and you answer yes, no.
Yep.
But yeah.
So
you can take a course.
The point is you can obtain the knowledge, to do taxes yourself and to understand taxes, because it is your biggest liability. Okay. So now for personal finances, you want to talk about where you're going to live, right? So to buy a piece of real estate, you have to have income, and you have to have consistent income for 2 years, right? And you have to have a debt to income ratio, which is good.
It's like under 30% or something.
And established credit.
Isn't it 30%?
It's 43%.
43%.
So you have to have 2 years. You have to have 2 years of income. You have to have established credit.
Yep.
So that's where the credit card comes in. Get yourself a cashback credit card. Use it for gas or whatever, groceries. Pay it off every month. All right. So if you do that for 2 years, they'll give you a loan for 43% of your income as a monthly payment.
What you're eligible for.
And then you'll be able to get a property. And we recommend house hacking, to help pay off or offset your mortgage, so that way you're living for free. You're using somebody else's hourly wage or work to help you grow your net worth.
That's right.
Right? So that's house hacking. All right. We just talk about automate payments. Okay. So then you're going to want to use 401ks, Roth IRAs to invest for retirement. You're supposed to use 15% of your income for investments. Okay. What I do is I take 10% of that and I put it into the Ray Dalio All-Weather Fund, and you can Google that and look up that for yourself.
Or watch a podcast that we've already done that talks about that.
Right. I mean, I didn't tell the exact percentages and stuff, but it's up there. So you can do that, and then what I personally do is I take the 5% and I try to flip it, just like if I was a house flipper, right? So I'm trying to find a stock that's going to go from $2 to $4,
make some money,
and turn $1,000 into $1 million.
That's right.
Because your 10 double ups to $1 million, you just got to be right 10 times.
Invest
12 or 13.
Invest money.
12 or 13 if you're wrong a couple times.
And then gamble.
But that is considered gambling, so it might be against somebody's religion.
Do what's best for you.
But do what's best for you on that.
On all of this.
Well, yeah, on everything.
Yep.
But so that's investing. We got real estate. Right now, the best hedge against inflation is commodities and things you can't easily replace. So if there's a limited amount of something on the planet, go buy it. It'll go up in value.
Don't buy it all up. Don't be like the toilet paper and paper towel situation.
So that's right. Everybody's stuck in the house for a month. You gotta have toilet paper.
But that was a hot commodity because people were selling it for triple, quadruple of what it was worth.
Right.
Maybe even more than that.
There you go.
And a lot of the times it was worth a lot more to you because if you didn't have it, then you needed it. So it was worth more than just money to people. Like, they really needed it. Anyways.
But if you always invest 15% of everything you make into good, strong companies,
do your research.
Gain your knowledge. Don't invest in stuff you don't understand. So Meredith does not invest in Bitcoin because she does not understand it.
I don't have $63,000 either.
It's $32,000 now. But
don't have that.
Bitcoin has crashed. Oh my god.
When? Just kidding.
You know, so that's our advice on personal finance. Like I said, you want to, do what's best for you and what your dreams and hopes are.
Make them happen.
Get
your finances right.
My hope is to help as many people as I possibly can. That's my purpose in life. So that's why we came out with this podcast, because this is all the stuff we wanted to know when we turned 18 and we wish we had known.
Yeah. We had to learn the hard way, but it's all good.
I say we were trial by fire. So
mostly fire.
So we've tapped into the fire hydrant.
We're slowly putting it out.
And we got the pumps going full blast.
Full blast? It's not that
Putting
bad.
out the fire.
It's not that bad.
Putting out the fire. Thank you for following along. Make sure you like the video. Comment down below. Tell me what your personal finance goals are.
Subscribe.
Share the video with a friend, because it's definitely going to help a lot of people.
Yeah.
Make sure to go get London in the Googly Goo on Amazon.
Make sure to get you an Ensorsale hat from Ensorsale.com.
Check out Sin's Crunchy Jerky.
Yeah.
Stop eating garbage. Take care of your health. That's a great personal finance advice.
Invest in some good beef jerky.
Right.
Crunchy beef jerky. It's in the link in description below.
But I'm Nate.
I'm Meredith.
And this is the So What You Want to Talk About podcast.
So what you want to talk about?
Peace.
Take that piece back. Okay. I'm not even touching you.